guys, so let's take a step back here just a little bit and have a little fun today. Now, if you didn't know this about me, although if you've watched my channel I don't know why you would, I'll let you in on just a little bit of a secret. I like The Walking Dead. Okay? I like the show even when it sucks. I like the comics even when they suck. Look, it's zombie apocalypse survival stories, right? Like the prepper in me loves watching this show, loves reading the comics. I just like it, okay? It's the reason why Lucille has been behind me for almost 2 years now, all right? I just like the show. I like the concept, okay? I like the stories. Now, what I want to do today is kind of look at the 3 go-to iconic melee weapons from The Walking Dead. Obviously one of them being Lucille right here. And I want to talk about them and then kind of just give you guys my opinion, just out of fun, of which one I think would actually be the best weapon to have in the zombie apocalypse, okay? So first we will start with Lucille, because obviously she's always there right behind me. This is obviously the most iconic weapon. Pros and cons on this one. Okay, so pro, this is solid, man. This is a solid wooden bat. This one in particular is a Louisville Slugger that I picked up at a flea market. Now I have chosen to tight wrap the barbed wire, real barbed wire, around this bat, unlike how it's kind of loosely wrapped on the TV show or in the comic books, because that honestly would just get caught on something and rip right off. Tight wrapped like this, it's much more secure. Devastating weapon. Solid, durable. This thing would last a very, very long time. Cons on this. A lot of wasted energy, a lot of wasted movement. Look, this thing is great and devastating for 1 or 2 zombies, right? But imagine yourself surrounded by a horde. And imagine just every time you're having to swing, just put your body weight and your energy into every swing to get that devastating effect. It's going to wear you out pretty quick, honestly, okay? So that's a pretty big con as far as I'm concerned. It's a very intimidating weapon. It is a very devastating and durable weapon, but long term in a big fight against a lot of zombies, this might not be the best choice. I'm not sure, but that's kind of my feelings on it. Now, let's talk about the next iconic weapon, and that would be Rick's axe. Now, this is a cold steel gang axe. This is the one that's used on the show. I'm a big fan of cold steel. I used to be really big into knives and other bladed weapons when I was younger. I own many cold steel products. They make great stuff, good, solid, quality stuff. On this particular one, the only thing I don't like is the handle. It doesn't feel very solid. It doesn't feel like the best wood, although I guess you could always change it out. You could put another handle in here if you wanted to, but it almost kind of feels like the cheap wood that you get like on the wooden mallets from Harbor Freight. Like, it doesn't feel very strong and sturdy, and that's obviously a weak point in this overall design. The axe is really well made, but if the handle's crap, you might have some problems there. That being said, you're not chopping trees or branches with this, which is where you're likely to do damage to your handle when you overswing and hit the tree or the branch with the handle. You're going to be sinking this into zombie skulls, so maybe the handle's not as much of an issue, but still something to be aware of. But this is a very small, easy, lightweight weapon that can do a lot of damage. It doesn't take as much of your energy to swing this around and do what you need to do as it would with the bat, with Lucille. That being said, this is not as devastating of a weapon, but if kept sharp, it can do the appropriate amount of damage. It doesn't have to be as devastating. It doesn't have to be as durable if it can quickly and efficiently do what you need to do, which is to get into that zombie skull and do some damage. And it can, and it will. So, you know, pros and cons, yeah. I mean, this is a good solid choice. I can see why Rick would keep it on the show. Again, not as durable, not as devastating, certainly not as intimidating as Lucille, but it will get the job done, and it'll save you some exertion whilst going up against a horde of zombies as opposed to Lucille. Now, let's just put this one up right here. There we go. Let's talk about the third iconic melee weapon from The Walking Dead, that of course being Morgan's bow staff, freshly sharpened. Now, this is just a walking stick for all intents and purposes, and I'm fairly certain this is probably what they use on the show. You can pick these walking sticks up fairly cheap, 15 to 20 bucks, give or take, a little self-sharpening there, and you're good to go. It looks exactly like what they use on the show, so I'm pretty sure, you know, that's what it is. You can pick these up at Walmart and a lot of sporting goods stores, camping equipment stores. They're probably, I don't know where they're made, I have no idea. But, I mean, it's a walking stick. I will say the wood on this feels very, very solid, much more solid than the wood on the hatchet handle. But obviously not as solid and thick and durable as a Louisville Slugger. So as far as durability, it falls somewhere in between the two for me. As far as exertion using this is a very, very easy, lightweight, and maneuverable weapon to use. Not going to do as much damage or devastation with just a sharp pointy stick as you will with, let's say, a Lucille or a hatchet. But as a defensive weapon, there's a lot of pros to this as well. You can use this to hold zombies off in front of you, behind you, and in front of you, on the sides of you, whatever, and it is very quick and easy to use. If you know how to use it, if you're trained, this would be a very, very functional and efficient weapon for the zombie apocalypse. So those are the three weapons, the three most iconic weapons. If I had to choose right now which one of these I wanted to use as my kind of go-to melee weapon, which one would it be? It'd be the staff. It's lightweight, it's maneuverable, it's easy to use. Probably going to be a little bit harder there. I don't think sinking this into a skull is as easy as they make it out on the show, but as a good defensive weapon to get zombies off of you, to hold them back, and you can still do quite a bit of damage with this, I think this one takes the cake. It's not going to be as as difficult to use and swing around. You're probably not going to risk as much getting it stuck in a zombie skull like you will with that. So I think all around, if I had to choose just one, of course, why would you need to choose just one? This is a zombie apocalypse. It's a fantasy world. Maybe I can have all three. But if I had to choose just one, I'm going to go with Morgan's bow staff. I think it's the most efficient of all these melee weapons. So there you go. There's my look at the iconic 3 melee weapons for The Walking Dead. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a little bit of fun. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know which one you think would be the best choice for you. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and we will talk to you later.